So tell me what happened, Betty.
Okay, he answered the phone.
I answered the phone, and it sounded like my granddaughter, but she said, I have a bad cold, Grandpa. And she says, I'm very ashamed. I'm in jail. And she says, my lawyer's going to call you in a little while. So she didn't say any more. I didn't hear any more from her. Then when she hung up, the lawyer called, and the lawyer says, I'm going to need $950. I need $950 sent to Quebec, Canada. And I said, well, why in the world is she in Quebec? He says, it's either a wedding or a baby shower. I was dumbfounded. I hung up on him, but he first had given me a phone number to call. And I was supposed to call this number after we took the $950 in and then got a receipt. He wanted the number off of the receipt. So instead of waiting, I called him back on that number.
Because you wanted an address to where to send it, not just...
He just said Quebec, Canada. So how do you, I'm supposed to have an address. He says, well, you're not going to need my address. He says, in care of this, a lady was going to pick up the $950.
We called him back, and he was at that phone number, and he said, so-and-so lawyers associates, and so it all sounded legitimate. So I got the money, and I went down to, didn't think about calling my son to see where his daughter was, because she just kept saying, please don't tell anybody. So I went down to Safeway, and I asked the lady for the papers to make out for Western Union. And she was helping another customer at this time. I don't remember what her name was. She's the tall gal with the gray hair behind customer service. And she says, oh, where are you going to send it? And I said, to Quebec, Canada. And she says, just wait a minute. So she finished helping the customer, and she came back to me, and she says, now, is this somebody, a granddaughter or a grandson, that is calling you for money, that they're in jail? And I said, yes. And she says, this is a scam. She says, we've had several people come in here. She said, one couple sent $2,800, and they lost it. And they came back, they said they needed another $1,000, and they were going to send another $1,000. And she says, and that's when I heard about it, and I told them, you know, this is a scam. Please don't send them any more money. And so that was the end of that. But the gal at Safeway really saved us from sending the money, because we would have.